How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Phil Spencer interviews and the questions that could have been. Now, I've seen all three interviews. I've got my thoughts on them. Two of them I've reacted to. Well, one I reacted to. The other one, I kind of covered the things that I thought were pertinent to my interests and gamers' interests. The third one, go check it out. It's by Xbox Era. There wasn't much information in there outside of the 30-70% talk, which I disagree with, and I'll probably go into that more today or tomorrow, depending on when you watch this in my stream, because I think there is a conversation to be had there. Or maybe I'll do another video, who knows. But today I wanted to talk about something that's completely different to all of the whole, is this game going, is that game going, and more looking at stability, the future, what's next, and some of the questions that I feel that should have been asked that wasn't asked. Maybe it was just in the heat of the moment, these questions didn't come up, or maybe they just didn't think about it. Who knows? It could be absolutely anything. They were given a limited time, so I totally get that and respect that. So they got the questions in that they believed held the most value, and there was a couple of repeat questions between the three interviews, so that kind of detracted from the whole thing. So I totally get it, right? Especially if there was, no coordination between the lot. I'm not saying there was or there wasn't. I'm just saying, each person interviewed in their own way, asking what they believed was the important questions. And I kind of wish that the one question that was asked, which I think a lot of Xbox fans want to know, is the crucial one. And most people are going to think it's actually talking about, is Halo going, is Gears going? That isn't the crucial question here. That is not the crucial question here. But let's have the drop and get into it. So in my opinion, one of the questions that I'm seeing a lot on social media, now I know there's going to be those that have full faith in the path of Xbox, full faith in the direction they're going, and for you guys, I'm happy for you as you were. Nothing is going to detract from it. There is a new console in development. It's already kind of been costed all the way through, so now it's all about building it, and I think by holiday 2026 we're going to see it. But I think what the question I would like to know, and I'm sure many others would like to know who still want to invest in the platform, as you heard Phil Spencer say in the Xbox Era, we do like getting 100% of the revenue, but they kind of need to go one step further now and provide some answers and securities for the future. And so the question that I would have asked, or I would have loved someone to ask personally, is what plans do they have for backwards compatibility? So right now, PC can play all the Series X games, no problem, right? We know that, you know that, everyone knows that. And this whole Play Anywhere system that they've got, that they're trying to evolve and bring about more, it works in that favor. So for whatever reason, if the Xbox platform was to disappear, your games will be secure on a PC. But right now there is, thinking about that is pointless. I know a lot of the PlayStation fanboys are chiming in and are coming along and saying all sorts of stupid stuff that Xbox isn't going to release a console. They've told you time and time and time again that a console is in development. And do you know why it's in development? Because the Game Pass subscriptions depend on it. Right? That's how you know that there's going to be another console. Now, the day that cloud gaming surpasses subscriptions over console users, then you're going to see potentially a shift. But we're nowhere near that. I'd say we're at least 10, 15 years away from that. So as far as I'm concerned, we still have maybe one or even two generations in the Xbox platform, and I think the second generation 100% is going to just be a handheld device that you hook up into your TV in order to get powered through a dock in order to think. But that's some time away. I'm pretty sure that's what the handheld is going to be anyway. But we're looking at the console right now, and the console is pretty much, in my eyes, a guaranteed thing to happen because it makes business sense. And I know Microsoft, even if you look at the way they're going right now, they may have sold 30, 35 million consoles, but their actual revenue is pretty great when you're looking at the profit. And from what I understand from what Destin was saying, what Deke was saying, Deektown articles that I was reading, the profit margin from Xbox is actually higher. So even though they're earning less, they're actually making more money. Now, obviously, people are going to attribute that to the whole, the games are going to multiplayer, and I don't care. They're still making more money, and they're making more profit, so the company is in a good place. The division is in a good place. So the question I have, which I've been circling around, is what's going to happen to my back catalogue? My original Xbox games, my 360 games, my Xbox One games. Because right now with this generation of gaming, especially with the last generation, we kind of started building up our back catalogue. Now we're kind of enjoying the fruits of our labor. Will PC be able to play those? Will Windows have? I mean, that's the plan from what I understand anyway, that there's going to be like a virtual machine or an instance that runs on top of Windows 11. I'm pretty sure Windows 10 won't support it. So Windows 11 will be a Windows 11 only thing, in my opinion. And it's going to be like an instance that you can boot up that's going to have the same overlay as your Xbox and give you the capabilities to run those games. Now, the interesting thing here is that it's going to work on AMD graphics cards and it's going to work on NVIDIA. But this is the assurance that people want. And right now, that assurance, there's no information for that. And so this would have been the question that I would have liked to ask them. What can you tell people, what assurances can you provide them that their gaming, or not even assurances, right? Will the back catalogue of Xbox games, seeing as this is an Xbox, is the campaign that they want to go with, and to make it a true Xbox, will the back catalogue of Xbox games be available at some point for gamers to enjoy their purchases on PC? Not through the cloud, but through native play. Just like I can download those games right now on my Series X, I want to be able to, if I want to play them, onto my PC and play them. Because if that assurance can be given that that is the goal, that is the direction that they're going in, that is what they want to attain, that will provide the, not security, I guess assurance is one of the words, but it's not the word I'm looking for, but I'm hoping you understand. It will provide the means for people to spend freely without concern that their investment into the platform is going to go away. Now, Game Pass is a subscription service. It is a service that you pay for. You rent the games as long as you are subscribed. There is no real investment into that. You stop your subscription, you stop the games. So Game Pass is a separate beast in itself, and that is going to be treated as a separate entity. But this is for the actual, the actual games that you own, that you've bought over the years. They've done, super sales with these 360 games and the Xbox One games, especially some of them that are disappearing as well, in order for you to be able to come back and play them. Now, a lot of the Xbox One games are already available on PC, and those are available through your Game Pass subscription. But they need to be natively available as a license on your account when you're on PC, because that will give people the confidence, that's the word I'm looking for, to invest in the platform, invest in the store. Just like Phil was saying, he likes those 100% earnings. That will give them the confidence in order to continue to spend and buy. Right now, when you're buying into Game Pass, there's zero risk. If Game Pass was to disappear tomorrow, well, you've lost nothing. You've subscribed, you played, and you're happy. But if your games disappear overnight, that's a bigger problem. And so I would love Phil to come out and actually talk about this. Maybe at the the Xbox showcase, which I don't believe is the right place for it, but at some point for them to come out and just talk about it, what their plans are for the next console, and to provide us, the community, with a sense of direction of what it is that they want to do. We know that Steam is pretty much guaranteed to be on the next Xbox, so how that's going to work is also another thing. I don't really care, honestly. As long as it's there, the financial side doesn't bother me. It just means that if you're on Xbox, you're going to get access to more games. It's that simple, and that's all you should care about. So yeah, that would have been the question that I would have wanted to ask, because it's clear that they're shifting into that direction. There's talk of the OEM consoles, that they're coming. So, you can see where it's going, and the shift is happening, and it's really aggressive. And if you're on board, you're on board. If you're not, you're going to be left behind. But the reality is, on this situation, I think they kind of just need to come out. Phil made a very good comment in the Xbox Series interview, where he said, we're going to be transparent. We are going to put the label of the platforms that are going to get the games. So if it's not on there, it means it's not coming. Now we have definitive answers, right? If we see, I don't know, Gears being showcased and it doesn't have the PlayStation logo, it means it's not going to PlayStation. Definitely not day and date. What happens in 2 years' time, I just don't care. But the plan at that point in time is for it to be an Xbox exclusive. Whether it's timed or not is irrelevant. At the point in time, it is exclusive. And anyone that tries to say something different will have no leg to stand on, because what Phil has said here. They wanted to do this last year, and they couldn't, because they couldn't get their assets ready. So they delayed it to this year, which I still think they should have come out late, earlier, and said something. But they left it to this interview, and I think, this interview happened in January, so we got it about a month late, but now you actually know that you don't have to second guess whether that game is now going to be on Switch, on PlayStation. And once you've seen the showcase and you've seen the games coming, if you're happy to have those games on your Game Pass on the current existing console, or your PC, or the next generation Xbox console, happy days for you. And if you don't, well, Microsoft is saying you can go to other platforms that you feel where they provide you with a better quality hardware and still enjoy those Xbox games at $70 a pop. Game Pass won't be on there for obvious reasons, but if you want to enjoy Game Pass, this is where you come and enjoy it. And as long as you're an Xbox customer, we are going to take care of you, because they want that Game Pass money. So I'm really happy that they actually came out and finally took the band-aid off with that one. But I think the big one right now that people are wondering and people are concerned about, and people want, they want confidence in buying software from the Xbox store. And as Phil said, I keep repeating this, they like their 100%. They like their 70%, but they like the 100% more, because all that revenue comes to them. Well, if you want that 100%, Phil, you need to kind of explain in detail what, not even in detail, just say, yes, the plan is for all your back compat games, when we get the system running on PC, to run on PC. So at that point, whether you're playing on your PC or your Xbox, it's going to be a true Xbox experience. And no one will no one will notice anything different. And at that point, you will see, in my opinion, the spending in the Xbox store increase. Because right now, the uncertainty of your games not eventually passing on is the worry, which is why people are buying on PC. Now, the Play Anywhere has alleviated this in some way, because even if you buy the game on Xbox, it's Play Anywhere, so you can play it on your PC as well through the Xbox app, which is great. That kind of future-proofs it. But it's the back compat, the older games that people still buy today, those are the ones that Microsoft need to come and address, I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that discussion, because I think this is a question that could have really been asked, and I don't think Phil would have shied away from the answer. What do you think? Do you think this is a pointless question? Do you think this is a right question? If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear them, and maybe I'll make a video just answering your questions in how I think or how I view, with Xbox pivoting in a certain way, how they would actually tackle those questions and what direction they will potentially go in order to answer them. That could be an interesting video, so I'll definitely check out for some questions, and I'll pick a few of them out if you do post any. Right folks, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, remain legend.